How you doing, everyone? Welcome along to this video. I hope we are all doing well. So, a video I didn't intentionally want to make. I didn't think I would make it, but I thought I'd try Seasons again. They've got some good prizes on offer this time. So, doing the half-hour dash, I thought I'd sort of throw my hat in the ring. I thought I'd get back into it. I know I've sort of took some time out over the last sort of month, so I'm sort of easing myself back into ACC again. So, yeah, well, why I'm sort of making this video, it's not to slate Simgrid as such. It's just to point out a glaringly obvious thing that they need to rectify, why I think people have left Simgrid Seasons, why I don't think a lot of people are on there. There isn't the sort of familiar names as such that used to race when I raced. So, yeah, we're going to get through the clips. Basically, I'm not going to show the whole race. It's going to be a few sort of clips that I'm going to go through that happened in the race, and then we'll have a chat at the end, and yeah, that'll be it. You sort of guys make your own minds up, but yeah, I'll stop waffling and let's get into the clips. So into the first one, we qualified pole, we're in the lead. You can see second place is right behind me, so I brake in my usual place and I get tapped up the backside by him, which yeah, and then obviously spin and get tagged again. I was a little bit annoyed. I knew the guy was sort of quick. He sort of ran my pace as well, so I think we could have had a decent race. We're just going to jump on board from his perspective. So, yeah, I think he just missed his braking point. I says I'm not going to slate the guy for it. As you'll see in the next clip, he does actually wait. You know what I mean? He pulls away now. Obviously, all I saw was him pulling away, and I was like, well, hang on. You know what I mean? You're just going to do a hit and run. But as you can see down the start-finish straight, he does wait for me and let me back past, which was fine. So, like I said, no issues. We've all been there. We've all sort of made mistakes like that, and he had the decency to wait. This one really annoyed me. So the guy span off, and he's rejoined, and he's like, where'd you go? What? Yeah, again, I was not impressed. I was really, like, as you can see, you've got a car that I'd already overtook. I mean, I'd already been pushed back a good few places from first, being tagged up the rear before, so it was a sort of on the hunt to get through the cars in front of me. And like I said, he could have just pulled over, or he could have just, for me, I'm going round there full boot. I'm, like I said, I can't sort of bring it one way or the other. I'm sort of going with the trajectory of the car, and it just, yeah, it really annoyed me. That did. That sort of put me on the back foot again. So yeah, on to the third one. I mean, we had sort of a trouble-free race from then on. It was going past cars, overtaking. You had some good overtakes. A few little incidents with sort of, well, not me, but yeah, other cars on others. So yeah, this was a back marker. This, for me, was sort of the icing on the cake, and more so probably why I'm making this video. So I'm not sort of right behind him. I'm already flashing him. He's already had one blue flag. There's a second blue flag. So at this stage, the guy that's hit me at the start is already catching me up. He's starting to catch me. I've got 5 or 6 seconds worth of damage, rear end damage. I mean, I could feel the car was very twitchy. Definitely wasn't going the speed, the pace that I would do without damage. So like I said, you can clearly see I'm flashing him, constantly flashing him. As I said, I'm seeing the guy behind sort of like slowly starting to catch me for the sort of the race win. And I've got this guy that's got no intention of just letting me pass. He was last, plumb last. He was, like I said, a back marker. So he's had what, 4 or 5 blue flags now, 6 blue flags, and like I said, he was just intentionally racing me. Yeah, I don't know. His lap times, I think, were a mid 45. I was doing a sort of high 44, so I was quicker than him and everything else. And it just, I mean, yeah, in all fairness, I was starting to boil up a little bit at this stage now. As I said, I could see the guy behind catching me. I'm still flashing him, and lucky for me, he sort of makes a slight mistake, and I sort of just stick my nose up, and as I said, he goes wide. Now, whether he lets me through, I'm not sure, but I think if he did, he would have, like, yeah, backed off a little bit more. So as you can see, when my sort of cutting across him, I was annoyed at this stage. I really was. With what happened at the start of the race, yes, we'd pretty much clawed it back to P1, obviously with damage. But as I said, I've got the guy behind me, or in second place, as you can see, I'm trying to break the slipstream because he's still trying to race me. It was beggars belief, to be fair. It really was. But yeah, from that, then yeah, we'd done it. We've got past the back marker. Was I hoping that he would hold up second place? Yes, I'll be honest with you. But no, he didn't. I don't know whether he moved over, but second place got past him pretty quickly. A lot quicker than what I did. So, as I said, it was, yeah, it annoyed me. At the end of the day, I probably lost about just over a second. But yeah, we did still come on to and win the race at the end. But as I said, it was a less than ideal race. And I mean, I think we were, obviously when we got punted, not so much punted, I think there was a chap and I think we watched him go up the hill, and it's like literally just pushed people out of the way, like they weren't even there. It just, like I said, it annoyed me. I just want sort of fair, clean racing. I think we could have had fair, clean racing with second place, because I literally pipped him to pole by, I think it was 0.018. It was nothing. It was like a cigarette paper between us. So I knew I was in for a good race. He was quicker in, I think, sector 2 and sector 3. I was quicker in sector 1 because I had the top end. I was running sort of 0 wing or 1 wing. But I also knew that this track is very difficult to overtake on, especially rounds, yeah, sector 2 and sector 3. So I thought I'd have it covered. But as I said, we'd not even got round the first lap, and I got tagged by him. But as I said, it's why I'm making the video now. I was just shocked. And again, going back to it, why I think they've got an issue, or why I think a lot of people have walked away and left, because there's no retribution for people that do stupid things, basically. You have a report scheme on their Discord, but it's for unsportsmanlike behaviour, i.e. somebody who's intentionally ramming or doing stupid things that are not due to racing. You can't put in a racing incident. Now, I remember when Seasons first came out, it was in its infancy, and everyone, a lot of people, yeah, not a lot of people, everyone pretty much was crying out for an LFM style, an LFM style part where you basically, it's sort of like a stewards, like you do it in a community, where you'd submit, I think they do it, you submit your car number, their car number, what turn it was, what lap it was. You then have to submit, I think it's the replays in sort of a cockpit view with a wheel, so you can see whether you're turning, and obviously your braking and acceleration. And I think you've got to do an outside view. So it's all there for then these said stewards can have a look into it, and they can then deem whether it was obviously your fault or their fault, and take according action. Like I think sort of your ELO and safety rating gets sort of knocked and stuff like that. So like I said, they haven't got it in Simgrid, and I just think a lot of people are abusing the being on track and abusing what they can do. And obviously, like I said, prime example, yes, I'm not going to have a go at second place man for hitting me up the backside. Yes, it was his fault, but it wasn't intentional, I don't think. And he done the sportsman-like thing, and he let me back past when he could, which is fine. But for the guy to come on the track, an unsafe rejoin like that, and I don't know if there was an intentional block kind of thing. I don't know. I think he qualified in third on the grid, only by a couple of attempts behind us, so he had a good bit of pace. And then the back marker, that for me was just, I mean, I'm trying to win a race. I've got damage. I've got the guy behind me probably doing about 2 or 3 attempts a lap quicker than me. I'm sort of under pressure. I don't need somebody like that who's trying to race me, or has got no intention of getting out of the way. So as I said, I just think that Simgrid Seasons, as good as it is or could be, as good as the prizes that they're getting and the sponsors they're getting on board, the glaringly obvious thing, that the sort of elephant in the room that says to me is the penalty system. There is no penalty system. There's nowhere to report anyone for a racing incident. So, as I said, people are getting away with it, and it's, yeah, I think people are just, you build your rating up, and then it just gets knocked down, and you can't do anything about it. So, I mean, at the end of the day, LFM have got it dialed in, how they do it. It's not an automated sort of steward system. I presume it's, yeah, a real person that does it, but they seem to get it done pretty quickly. Like I said, you submit it, fill out the form, put your replays in, and yeah, they'll come back and say whether it's your fault or their fault, and sort of take the according action. But as I said, it is excuse me, it is what it is. I'm not going to dwell on it. I'm not going to do Simgrid anymore. A bit like LFM, I'm not going to do it. Yeah, it's just one of them things. Just maybe if people over at Simgrid see the video, as I said, it's not to bash Simgrid as a whole. I just feel that, yeah, that there's things that could be rectified that are easy to do, but they just haven't done it. And as I said, people have been crying out for it to get done from the start, from the infancy of Simgrid. So, but yeah, again, I always like to see your feedback. Let me know in the description below what you guys thought, whether I'm talking complete BS or whether I'm talking a little bit of sense, there's a bit of truth in it, or how do you guys feel that maybe if you still go on Simgrid Seasons? I don't know, but definitely let me know in the comment section below. As I said, we're not going to be doing any seasons, I don't think, from now on, and like I said, we're probably just going to have to find somewhere else to race. Online is probably a bust as well, so maybe for me, try and find another community, or go back to an older community that I enjoyed racing with, and do some racing that way. But yeah, it is what it is. And as I said, I'll yeah, stop waffling now. Like I said, again, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. And yeah, as always, I will catch you on the next one.